Right, sorry about the delay, folks. We had some tech gremlins at the very last minute, but we are finally here. Hello, all. My name is Neil. My pronouns are he, him, and welcome to this very impromptu game of Sail the Ocean Square. A game which is currently on Backer Kit and it was designed by the amazing Anya, more commonly known as Laliana Games, who is wonderful and who is amazing. And who, if you're not following, you should be following. But anywho, before we start, I am going to ask um, if everybody can please introduce themselves, starting with Ran.
Uh, Hi, my name is Ran. I use she, her pronoun. I am based in New York City. I'm a theater director by trade, and TTRPG is my passion. I will be playing a Irish character in a table full of actual Irish people. So forgive me for butchering any of the accent coming up.
Right. Susie.
Hi, I'm Susie. I am going to be playing Rosalind Hart. By trade, I'm actually I'm actually a personal trainer, but I love CTRPGs. I've been doing it for 20 years, so my pronouns are she, her.
Super. Sam.
Hello, folks. I'm Sam. My pronouns are he, him. I am a science communicator, TTRPG performer, producer, and showrunner, and I will be playing Bertrand McFadden, who's not an Irish character, is a Scottish character because that's what I can do, and is a born to piracy plant speaker. I'm delighted to be here.
All right. And finally, Ava.
Last but not least, hi guys, I'm Afa. My pronouns are she, her. I am a general academic type person and a TTRPG court jester. And tonight I'll be playing Lark Bellamy, whose pronouns will be they, them.
So on the topic of the captions, as Anya has said, it looks like it's not picking up me or Ran. Um,
Oh.
Video Ninja's captions do regularly discriminate against Irish people.
It's true.
Well,
It's
basically, discriminate against people without North American or British accents, in my experience.
You wouldn't believe the mad shit it has me saying. It's
I do apologize for the captions. It's just discriminating against somebody who doesn't. Myself and Afa were in a game, the first episode of which is streaming this Sunday. There were 6 of us at the table. The 3 English players' captions were perfect, but the 2 Irish players and the Maori player, it was only getting about 60 to 65% of what we said.
It's at it again.
Yeah.
Fighting. I was literally just thinking.
Yeah. So
but I was thinking, I'm
go.
not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Trust me.
Mm-hmm. So, anyhow,
I do realize that I forgot to say what character I'm actually playing. Her name is Gabrielle Mucci. She is a quirky, queer, cottagecore pink pirate princess. That's about it, really. She talks to animals and she does magic through it.
Wonderful. So, without further ado, let us start. The crew of the Matilda's Revenge is in the Shimmery Shack, enjoying their drinks after another successful excursion on the high seas. They found themselves coming upon a merchant vessel, the Ivory Wave, captained by Reginald Wintworthy, him, a rather pompous fool who hates pirates. They managed to acquire several chests of gold and barrels of rum, but most of the rum was drunk before they got back to shore. They're enjoying their time now in the Shimmery Shack, especially enjoying a meal of gold and silver produced by the establishment's owner, Sarasvati, a slender figure with long silver hair, wearing beautiful blues and purples, their long fingernails colored with gold and silver swirls. In the corner, a trio of musicians are playing a jaunty tune to the shack's clientele. The shack is quite unusual in that it is from the outside, it looks like nothing more than a rundown shack, but when you step in the doors, you discover it is much larger on the inside and sunken down into the ground, to afford its space, although that alone doesn't account for its sheer size. The floor shimmers in a pearlescent hue, and its owner, Sarasvati, is able to transmute common materials into edible gold and silver leaves, making the food feel and appear much more decadent than its origins. Their magic in transmutation also allows for the expansion of the tavern, not that they would ever admit this to anybody openly, of course. But nonetheless, you are sitting enjoying some music, um, kind of chatting and, sharing stories of the stuff you got up to in your last excursion on the sea. So as you are laughing at each other's jokes, which you've heard several times, a beautiful young maiden with raven black curly hair and a white pleasant blouse and a long dark skirt, a belt of coins and countless bracelets approaches the table, asking Lark if they'd like to dance.
You see,
Lark freezes.
You see Rosalind get a little bit kind of disappointed or defensive at this point, and her face goes a little bit red.
Yeah, bit of an error behind Lark's eyes. This doesn't usually happen to them. They have been sitting facing the door as usual. I'll quickly describe what they look like. As generic as humanly possible for someone with bright red hair. And always seems to be ready to break into a sprint at any given moment. A very suspicious type of person. Suspicious of others. Medium height, bit of a beanpole, lanky, lean, and pretty nondescript looking. Except now when they turn bright crimson at this beautiful woman. I don't dance.
Everyone dances.
Go on, love.
I'm going up to the bar. If you I can get you a drink if you like. Maybe you want a drink because I know what you like, and I could get you something. If you wanted, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, sure. Grab me a stout, and
Anything
I'll stout's fine. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Couple of peanuts.
She's Rosalind jumps up. Rosalind is quite short. She's probably only about 160 to 163 centimeters. She's got long, messy blonde hair, and she's quite curvy as well. So she's gonna like jump up and run up to the bar as quickly as she can to get the stout.
Lark reluctantly stands up to accept the offer of a dance from this absolute vision. Very flustered.
So, taking your hand in her soft hand, she pulls you on into the space in front of the small stage where the group is playing. As she steps into your grasp, saying, "So I've seen you around. My name's Esmeralda."
Hello, Esmeralda. My name's Captain Bellamy.
Oh, Captain Bellamy, we're being formal, are we? I thought we were becoming friends.
I barely know you, Esmeralda. But yeah, I'm captain of the Matilda's Revenge. Doing the sort of hovering hands around Esmeralda, not able to actually touch her.
So as you say,
how do I people?
As you say this, we're getting to know each other. She kind of steps in, pressing her hips and pelvis towards your hips and pelvis, as she says, "I think the best way to become friends is to get to know each other very intimately."
Sweating profusely at this moment, and actually, for once, looks to Roz for help. Save me.
At this point, Roz has turned around and spotted that you're dancing with this woman and immediately kind of like, oh no, I'm totally cool with this. I'll just have the drink. But seeing you look kind of with this sort of, help, she's going to feel a little kind of make herself look a little bit taller and going to stride over and here's your drink, Captain. Because you said you were thirsty. Hi, I'm Rosalind.
Well, you're quite lovely as well, aren't you? Maybe
Oh.
the three of us could dance together.
At this point, there's like the 90s Windows crashing noise behind Rosalind's eyes. She's like, what the hell? Not expecting this at all. Kind of looking at Lark with like trying to figure out how Lark is handling this, and is gonna kind of, taking her cues from Lark, basically, is what she's
Brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for that. Yeah, so both of them are having a total blue screen, anachronistic, but we'll forgive it. Yeah, so Lark is just going to raise the stout to their lips. This is extremely stressful, having women practically fighting over them. And all of a sudden, looks like I've actually sprained my ankle just there. Best be off, I suppose, and put it on some ice, and yeah, quick getaway, leaving the two girls talking.
Okay, and you step out away from the dance floor. Esmeralda pouting with these beautiful bee-stung lips, clearly disappointed that her fun is walking away. Returning to the table, what are Gabby and Burr thinking as this whole thing is happening?
I think Bert will turn to Gabby and be like, I think we can write a good poem about that one. That was
I agree.
That was a tale for the 80s. That.
So,
Neil, sorry, Roz is still standing there, so okay, yeah, just.
But Roz is still just standing in the middle of the dance floor. Yes.
Yeah, trying to figure out what to do, but yeah, so just looking horribly, horribly awkward. So sorry. Anyway.
So, Gabby previously, I think during this whole time, was under the table actually.
Okay.
There's a cat in the tavern that
Yes.
she's just been chatting up to,
Mm-hmm.
rather than focusing on the humans. But
Mm-hmm.
with all of the commotions from her captain and Roz, she's so used to it by now. Bertie, do you think we should go help them save the day?
No, it's so much more fun to just let it happen, and like I'm noting down some things.
Don't you want to see the captain and Roz dance together?
Maybe, but I think for now it's as good for them to. I like the will they, won't they, and like when you add something that gets like a wedge in between, that's always fun.
Are you
How's the-
sure the new
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
lady might steal Roz away, or worse, she might steal Captain away?
No, the captain's not going anywhere, and Roz will keep come running back until they're told not to. So, how's the cat?
Oh, well, she's been telling me about there is a family of larks. Well, not like the captain, actual larks, who's been making a nest underneath the awning there. And the kids of the taverns, the tavern owner, the kids thought the place is haunted, but it's just some birds.
Wait, this place is haunted?
Could be.
That's another story. I mean, maybe it is just birds, but I like the idea of it being haunted.
As you are having this conversation, you see another figure appearing on stage beside the trio of musicians. Okay, it's a stunningly beautiful woman who, Bert, you actually know. Her name is Celine. She's a Nereid, a nymph of the sea. All right, and stepping up, she leans down and speaking to the three musicians. and then turning to the people in the shack, she starts to sing, and it is this beautiful mournful song, and a hush just immediately comes upon the entire tavern as everybody's listening to this creature. She is a creature of magic and beauty and wonder, sharing their exquisite music with you all. And you could hear a pin drop as she's performing. And when she finishes, there's this round of really respectful and heartfelt applause as, stepping off the stage, she walks over to your table, sitting down, and says, Hello, hello, Bert, how are you?"
I'm good, Celine. How are you? That was gorgeous, as always.
I mean, as she said, you can see clearly she is not okay. She is distressed in some capacity. There's something going on. She's got this beautifully expressive face. She always shows her emotions openly, but it is quite clear that there is something going on, something upsetting her. Okay.
Mm.
Do I see that as well underneath the table?
Um, if you take a moment to glance up, like, she has such an expressive face, it's like it'd be obvious to anybody who literally spends more than a couple of seconds in her company.
Right. I think she's sort of almost upside down underneath the table, but she's gonna poke out her head, face, look at Celine, and just say, "Are you alright? You're so beautiful. People so beautiful shouldn't be sad, and you're sad, and I will feel sad if you're sad too. Do you want to talk?"
Well, I don't know if you could help. You see, my lady, the moon goddess, Luna, and Celine is part of her court. Recently, she has lost her reflection, and this is quite alarming because if she cannot find it, she will lose control of the tides, and this will cause the seas to rise, which could cause devastation for all. It was, as far as we can tell, we've discovered what happened. It was stolen by a terrible villain, Pain Vendetta Cupid. Pain Vendetta Cupid is this warlock who has a bit of a reputation um, for being unstable, powerful, and liking shiny things. Um, it's said that they once had some great love that they've lost. No one is sure how they lost their great love, but it's said that this could be the cause of their instability. And Bert, that Celine herself, she part of why you guys are friends is because she once had a love of her own, this beautiful pirate captain who was captured by the Royal Navy and thrown into prison, and they have not seen each other for years. Um, which is, yes, as I said, we don't like it's awful. I don't know what we could do. If only we knew somebody brave and strong who could save us all.
Well, I don't know if you'll find any scoundrels like that here. Perhaps there's a fantastic boat captain who might be able to help. I mean, she's being crowded around at the moment. They're being crowded around quite a lot at the moment. But I am sure if you have a chat with them, that perhaps we can convince them to take Matilda's revenge.
Yeah, Bertie is right. Our captain is the bravest and most competent lady I ever know. And
At this point, Roz has kind of managed to extricate herself from the situation, and is going to come over. Oh, Captain Captain Bellamy is really brave. How? What are we doing?
This is Roz. Roz is the captain's biggest fan.
Well, I they're really strong and they're brave and they're really good at boat stuff. I'm sure that we could help with whatever's happening. What's happening right now?
Are you less sad now, Celine?
I'm not sure that Selena's less sad quite yet. I feel like the captain might help put a smile on her face though. Where is the captain? Has anyone seen them?
Oh, I think they hurt their ankle, so they're resting. But I didn't see what direction they went. That they
Hurt.
just kind of
Hurt their ankle. I've never seen the captain get an injury once.
Oh, I think she's used that excuse before. I've seen that happen. It's when she doesn't want to hang out with someone. She just says she's hurt her ankle and she can just, get away.
Oh, I need to take that one on board.
I see what you did there.
It's really clever, isn't it?
Well, shall we find the captain and tell them of Selena's plight, and perhaps we can sail the oceans clear and find this shadow reflection.
So Lark, making a semi-hasty retreat, doing a big performance of hobbling and limping over to the bar to ask for some ice from the barkeep, and is currently sat on one of the stools with their very injured ankle up on another stool, sipping their stout.
I will have spotted the captain and go running over. Captain Bellamy, what are you doing here all alone with just one pint?
Well, I don't mind the alone, but could do with another pint. I've done myself a terrible injury. You know yourself.
Yes, I can see it looks like a painful one. You perhaps keep that rested. I will kind of just like reach over and grab someone and be like, my captain really would love a pint. Can you spare any gold? Just to a random person in the tavern, if there's anyone that I can try and convince to buy my captain a pint.
Give me a heart roll.
Heart roll. So I'm rolling 1d4 for heart, and I rolled a 3.
Oh, okay, right. This quite attractive looking man is beside you, and he has one of those like really, really tight, like oiled beards that look almost like they've been painted onto their face, very, very dark, dusky complexion, jet black hair. He's wearing this pristine white shirt with like a gaping, like opening, like really showing a lot of his very well defined chest, and this brilliant bright red waistcoat over. As he looks and says, well, I'm sure I could happily buy your captain a drink, but you'll have to make sure you buy a drink for me at some point, he says, giving you a very hungry up and down look.
Well, I'm sure. You remind me of someone. Perhaps, yeah, sure. If you could buy the captain a pint, that would be fabulous.
Of course. My name
Mark's
is
eyebrows are just going up into their hairline slowly.
So this guy, this attractive man, think Antonio Banderas in Zorro vibes, okay? Gets the drink for Captain Bellamy, and
Clouds falling off everywhere.
and turning to you, Bear says, by the way, my name is Michelle. I'm always around here and can't wait for us to bump into each other again.
Along, we're always here, but we're about to go and like take part in a daring adventure. So perhaps I'll have a story to tell, perhaps even a song to sing the next time I'm here. I'll be sure to look you out.
Be still, my heart.
Hopefully not too much.
So, heading back to the table, the party fills in the captain on what Selena said. And Celine turns to you and says, we know that Vendetta, their keep is on an island, a small island in a tower made of coral in the realm of the mirrored seas. Unfortunately, I cannot bring you there myself because I must stay here to try to keep the sea away from the dock market. But if you go into the dock market, there is a siren there. Her name is Razel, and I know she has a map, and perhaps you could get it off her with a trade.
Oh, I just have a question. What kind of magic can steal a reflection? I mean, that just seems sort of, you know, I mean, Ran has her plant thing, and or sorry, Gabby has her, sorry folks, Gabby has her plant thing. I can, do things with fabrics, and I mean, stealing a reflection, what is that?
They're able to Vendetta or Cupid, their magics. They're able to manifest and bursts of blinding flashes, radioactive glows, and searing pulses that can actually affect and unravel the spells of other pirates.
Oh,
Sounds like a right
okay.
prick.
Right, exactly.
Well, we know he is because he's still a reflection, and you'd have to be a real shit person to do that. Sorry, shouldn't be swearing.
I believe they actually go by they, she, he pronouns, but they are a prick.
Do you know why they stole your lady's reflection by any chance?
Because it's a beautiful treasure.
No, I can't argue with that.
Is there any use that they might?
It will take up a nice place in their hoard.
I mean, why does anyone take things, to have them? I guess. I mean, yeah, they just sound like a crappy, terrible person. Yeah.
Captain, what do you think?
Mark leans forward and puts their elbows on the table and leans towards Celine. We'll do this for you. The moon is more than important to us. We need the tides to be stable. So we'll go on this journey for you, and we'll find this siren and get her map.
Well, the siren is really easy to spot. She's the stunning creature with the purple hair.
Oh, we passed her on the way in here earlier, didn't we? I mean, unless there are other people.
She's the only siren with purple hair and golden feathers that I know of in the dock market.
Then we definitely passed her on the way in. You said her name was Rizal?
Razel, yes.
Okay.
Right.
Shall we
Shall
take
we
any
go look
drinks
for
to the
her?
road?
Is there anything she likes that we should bring her? Do you
Well,
think?
I don't suppose any of you know any songs.
Bertie, we've been writing a song
knows
together.
songs.
Remember?
I mean,
Do you think?
is it ready? I don't know that it's ready.
Oh, it will never be ready until you have an audience.
That's
Well,
the most profound thing I've ever heard.
Sometimes when you're singing, it kind of finishes itself when you're, like the final pieces can kind of come together. I mean, sometimes.
Perhaps. Well, maybe. Wait a minute. Will she steal my song?
It would
Maybe
be
she can improve our song.
it would be a trade. Your song for the map.
Oh, I don't know. I need to give away. Copyright is so hard to come by.
Well, you could write another song, and maybe it'll be even better, and it'll give you ideas for other songs. And I think it's important.
Celine, if we trade this song, of Bertie's for the map. Will you help us? Will you help us write a new song?
Yes, of course.
Perfect. Looks
You're
like
the
we're on
best.
accord then.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so we fight a warlock, and then you guys are gonna write your song, and it's gonna be great, and then we're gonna have lots and lots of drinks and stuff, and it'll be great.
Drinks for the road, though, right? We'll take some drinks with us.
Oh, yes.
Perfect. I'm gonna fill up this bottle, and I have a huge brown bottle that I go and fill.
And Gabby is gonna crawl back under the table, and you just hear her say, "All right, Camille, I will come back soon and I will talk to you again. All right, I'll see you in a few days, perhaps. Say hi to the larks for me as well." Come back out, and this
Did
orange
you
cat just zooms.
What's that about larks?
Ghosts. There's ghosts in the ceiling. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
All right then.
Mm,
Lark
it's
completely accepts that.
best not
Moves
to
on.
question it.
Wait, ghosts in the ceiling? What? Why?
It's the whole story. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna go and get this reflection back. We're gonna come back. I have a man that I need to tell a
You
story
can write
to.
a song.
I've
you
got
could
so
write a
many
song
songs to
about-
write.
You could write a song about the ghosts in the ceiling.
I could write a song about the ghost in the ceiling. I could write a song about there's a thing I'm writing a song about that is between me and Gabby.
Something
per-
between you and Gabby. Okay.
Whoa.
Yes.
Fist bump.
Exactly.
Roz is completely misunderstanding this and just like romance.
I'm gonna, so maybe I'll write a song about ghosts, but I think it's more just the story I want to tell, you know.
Oh yeah. no,
Anyway, I
that's-
have a bottle of brown.
Okay.
Wait,
Right.
bottle of brown what?
Don't question it.
It's
So,
fine.
you all leave the Shimmery Shack, heading into the Dock Market. Okay, the Dock
Roz
Market.
looks really freaked out at this point.
So the Dock Market is this bustling hub of commerce in the area that you're in. Okay, merchants and traders from all across the seas come here to sell and trade their wares. All right. It's said that you can find anything you want in the Dock Market. You just need to know where to look and who to ask. Okay, so
Okay.
you as Roz has said, you did pass this siren before, and Roz is pretty sure she remembers where their stall is because they're quite a striking figure. This tall siren with golden feathers, beautiful feminine form with a large feminine bust, and long, beautiful purple hair.
Yeah, Roz definitely saw her earlier. It's just like
Before we go up and like speak to her, I will like kind of tap Gabby on the shoulder and say, I don't think I can give over this song yet. I think I might need to give over something else, but I don't think that's
It's all
ready.
right. Do you think maybe we can sing about the ghosts in the ceilings then?
I mean, that would all be improv on the spot, which, I mean,
I'll harmonize
Okay.
for you. I will call down some birds and seagulls.
oh, this sounds like it's gonna be amazing.
Not sure about that, but anyway, the other thing is this, and I will have like jumped off to another part of the market and since come back and just hand over like a little green bag. Well, you know how I really love plants, right? And you really love animals. This is not what you think it is. The next time that you go back and you say, what was the cat's name?
Camille.
The next time you see Camille, give him this.
Oh, thanks. Is this what I think it is? Tuck in the pocket.
Can never go without. Shall we speak to the siren?
Yes. As soon as Lark entered a public area, they sort of retreated into themselves a bit. Their background for the audience is they're a Royal Fleet deserter. They were a lieutenant commander, pretty high up, until something really, really terrible happened to their crew. Sole survivor, tragic backstory, all of this. But eyes on the back of their head at all times, always looking for, I don't know, the authorities, checking for a commander that left their post. But after a few brief glances over each shoulder, they'll approach the siren.
So, coming up to her stall, you see her. She's it's kind of funny because she doesn't have like arms, but she's able to use her wings and like grasp with the individual flight feathers as if they're fingers. It's really weird to look at, okay? And she's pottering around she has a collection of different oddities in front of her, all right? There's an astrolabe, there is a telescope, there's some very strange looking, it looks like some sort of a bullseye lantern, but there's something weird about it, okay? There's a very, very simple and very boring plain coil of rope, which she seems to be very protective of. She keeps checking it again and again and again. A few other little things. As approaching you, she looks up at you, and she is stunningly gorgeous creature. She says, "Well, hello, my beautiful darling. How can Roselle help you today?"
Clark has had quite enough of all of this. So
Bert gives you a nudge in the back towards her.
all right. Thanks, Bert. Hello. We've we've received a recommendation to come see you from a naiad called Celine, who is talking to us on behalf of Luna. The eyes are closed the entire time. They're just going through all the information in their head, trying not to look at, there's so much to look at. And just recounts their mission. So, if you'd be so kind, we've heard you have a map to this villainous vendetta, and we'd like to offer you a trade, if you'd be so kind.
Trade, you say? Well, this is quite a precious item, this map. So I'd need something equally precious in return.
Well, today might be your lucky day then, ma'am. We are in possession of a song that we could offer to you.
Well, now that is very exciting. I love music. Of course, I'm a siren.
Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, brilliant. And in revenge for the nudge in the back, Lark will step aside to reveal Bert.
Hello. So this is a song called "Lost Beneath the Moon." It's not the song everyone else thought I was going to hand over, but it's a song I'm ready to hand over. I hope you like it. Sam's not going to sing, but I can give you some lyrics to a song I have written. This is From Bertrand to Arthur. The ocean's vast, yet none so wide as this ache I bear inside. My sails hang limp, my compass dead, for your dear Arthur left unsaid. We drank, we laughed, we chased the stars, and let the rum erase our scars. But winds grew wild, the night grew black, I turned and found you not to back. They say you're dead, I say they lie. No ghost could haunt me half so sly. No spirit tugs upon my sleeve or leaves such sense of sweet reprieve. Time and mint and bitter rue, every leaf still speaks of you. Your clever hands, your golden grin, your lips still stained with tonic gin. I hope you like it.
Roz starts clapping like really, really enthusiastically.
If
Well-
it's all right with you, during that performance, Gabby sort of goes around back behind Bert and start to almost like beckon the birds in the sky and the creatures all around to sort of almost be a chorus behind Bert as he performs.
So, Rosella's, she clearly loves this song. So this is absolutely beautiful and tragic and wonderful. This is exactly what I would. This is a very fair trade. And reaching with her wings into her pile, she pulls out a rolled up scroll of parchment and hands it to you, Bert. Okay, says, "Well, this is most certainly a fair trade." And just as you take it, you feel this weight land upon your head, and a seagull squawk. As Gabby, looking up, you see your good old friend Jerry. Jerry, him, he's a seagull, a very food motivated seagull with a proclivity for knocking cabbages off carts, much to the dismay of vendors. He befriends anybody who will feed him, and he loves to perch on top of his friends' heads. As he turns like, that was a beautiful song, Bert. Absolutely beautiful.
Jerry, how's it going?
Kind of hungry. Don't suppose you got any cabbages?
I can
Always
get you some
hungry.
cabbages. Of course.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So what are you all up to?
We're going on an adventure. Do you want to come with us? Gabby just constantly have like the energy of a squirrel on speed.
Yeah.
I'm just
She
thinking of
is.
Lenny from Over the Hedge.
I
Am I?
don't know who that is, but she is friendly with everyone, eternally optimistic. She's raised by witches. Spent a long period of her life being cursed to be a puppet, and then she recently come out of that curse and just became a beacon of optimism, I suppose. Especially now that she can talk to all of the animals.
As I see Jerry, who I've heard about, never spoken to because I don't speak to animals, I know of his proclivity for cabbages. I will look into my bag and say to Colin, "Don't worry, he's not getting you today."
I
Roz
think
is so confused right now.
knowing that Bertie have vegetation friends as well, she would just also turn to Jerry and say, Jer, when you pick on the cabbages, make sure you don't pick on any of Bertie's friends. All right?
Wait,
Otherwise,
let's not talk about my. Don't give him ideas. let's not. Let's. Do you know, like, he has destroyed so many of my friends, and like, but at this point, I don't know if I can take it to hear another Brassica massacre.
I'm sorry, Jer. You can't do that.
What? I was hungry.
What is he saying?
He says he's sorry. He's just very hungry, and you know when you're hungry, you don't see
Murder someone.
what's in front of you.
Ugh. Well, just make sure that seagull knows that my hand is always on my dagger whenever he's around.
Understood. Turn to Jerry, use her like bird language, which I don't know if you can just I use birds to say to Jerry, Bertie says he wishes well and a good day to you as well, and he just really doesn't want you to hurt his friend. And he's saying this very nicely, so you have to listen to him, all right? Because we are not all good friends now.
I'm
Okay.
standing behind just with a knife pointed at the seagull.
I promise if I'm eating any, I would not go near any of the plants that Bertie has on him that he cares for, okay? I just go for the cabbages that the cabbage merchant has. Okay, there you have my word. So let us just be friends.
Okay. Handshake.
And he reaches out with a wing.
Percy, handshake.
Wait, I
He's
have
he's
to
not going.
handshake the gull?
He's not going to eat your friends. Just shake the wing.
Okay, I'm putting the knife down. Other hand is covering the bag. This is an odd day. Why am I shaking hands with a gull? Doesn't
It's
have
not-
hands.
It's not really that odd a day. I mean, yesterday I think was way more odd.
Well, we did all enter that whale. It was pretty bad.
It's much easier than shaking hands with the snake that we had to shake hands with. Where wouldn't
We
it?
got all tied up in knots. I will reach out a hand and like shake
And
the
yet it
wing.
wasn't slimy. I thought it was going to be slimy, and it
The
wasn't.
whale or the snake?
No, the snake. The whale was.
Very
My
Yeah.
coat is still ruined.
So,
Still ruined.
while having this conversation, you head back to the Matilda's Revenge. Now that you have the map, getting ready to sail out on this adventure. Okay. So, you get aboard and taking to the seas. Okay, you know that it's going to be several days travel from the map to get to the portal that will guide you into the realm of the Mirrored Seas. Okay.
Roz is taking this moment to like check the sails, make sure everything is shiny, and they're all, fabric's all strong, nothing frayed, all the knots are where they should be, all that stuff.
Yeah, cool. Right, super. So, the first day that you are sailing, the weather is extremely mild and there's a light breeze, and you're going at a fairly decent pace. Okay. The second day is blisteringly hot, and the air seems to be almost still, with only the faintest breeze filling the sails. It's on this second day, when you're like baking in the sun, that you realize that you were in such a rush to go on this adventure that you hadn't properly checked all your supplies before you were leaving.
Oh.
And you're running a bit low on water.
I have brown.
But
All right, lads. Whose job was it to check the supplies before we left?
my job is the sales and stuff, and I definitely checked all of that. So
Thank you, Roz.
I think it was.
That makes sense. That bird does not appreciate the value of a well-stocked larder.
No.
This is an
no.
issue, lads. We're going to be very thirsty.
The limes?
Who would be in the crow's nest at this moment?
Probably.
He
Gabby, I would
usually-
imagine.
Yeah. Just up there talking to the crows sometimes.
So the thing about your ship is there is an actual crow's nest in the crow's nest of your ship. And Gabby, you're like best friends with this whole family of crows.
Yeah.
But while you're up there, you spot off in the horizon what looks to be a merchant ship. And taking out your telescope, your eyeglass, and looking at it, you get a good look at this. This looks like a fairly big merchant ship, and it appears to be traveling quite low in the water, suggesting
amazing.
suggesting that the hold is probably full of cargo and supplies.
Right. Sally, Darren, I think we could maybe trade with this other ship for some water. Go and tell the captain.
Trade? You guys are pirates.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. R.
Come on, we're gonna sort these guys out, all right? We are going to make them pay. All right, we're gonna show them who a boss is. All right.
Thanks for reminding me about the prior to identity. I keep forgetting.
No worries, bud. We'll always look after you.
Lark calls up to Gabby. Gabrielle, what do your elf eyes see?
There is a merchant ship. We could go kick some names and take some asses. They say. Maybe they
Right.
will have water in the cargo.
All right, let's take some asses, lads. And then Lark gets into pirate mode, or pirate captain mode even, and sets everybody off. Roz to sails. Bert, man the cannon.
Oh yes, I can do that.
Man,
Oh.
man the cannon. Okay. First of all, and then I will just like kind of rip the sleeves off of my shirt. Need to get into character. I've not done this in a while.
Okay. Super. So you go ripping the sleeves off your shirt. You know, the captain said,
Roz gains over and says, "I'll fix them for you later."
Oh, don't. No. No.
Guns
But
out.
she'll be cold later.
So, Roz, do you want to use your magic on the sails to try and get a advantageous wind so you can set upon this ship quicker?
I do. I'm gonna pull them really taut,
Huh?
to try and make the most of the wind that we
Mhm.
have, and then I'm gonna try and push the fabric
Yeah. So you're like
as much
literally
as I can.
you're
I'm airbending without using air.
Yeah. Well, I mean, your magical focus is fabrics and weave and stitching. Okay.
Yeah.
So give me a magic roll.
Now I'm.
You have a
Rolling
magic of
D4.
3, don't you? I believe.
I have a magic of 3, and I'm
This
using
is-
my skull dice. Oh no, wait. Maybe I'll use my. I'm gonna use my super pretty.
This is important. Selecting your dice.
Yeah. No, I'm using pretty gold glittery purple ones.
Very appropriate.
I rolled a 4, and my magic is 3. So.
Your highest was so you rolled a 3d4 and you got a 4. Yes.
Oh, sorry, I rolled 3. Sorry, 3d4. I'm just.
Yeah.
I got. Yeah. Okay. So 3 for 7.
No. What's the highest? What's the
The
highest?
high.
result?
Oh, the highest is a 4.
Yeah, super. So that is a
Okay,
full.
cool.
That is a full success. Okay.
Hey.
So yeah, tapping into your magics and your gift with literally with fabrics and with weaving. Okay, you conjure up a wind to fill the sails, and you suddenly pick up speed, going straight at this ship, coming in to kind of flank at it, so that you're on the broadside with your cannons pointing at
Yeah.
its front at the stern. Okay, in a very advantageous position. Okay, so Bert, what ability would you like to use as you are firing the cannons?
I don't think I will fire the cannons. I think that I've been told to go man them, but instead I'll just be like peering over the side of the
Mhm.
the ship, yeah, flexing a little, looking for any kind of floating seaweed that is around. And if I
I'm gonna say, yeah, you spot some kelp in the water.
hello, kelp, please.
Yes.
If you wouldn't mind, I've been told to handle this really large gun, and that is just beyond me right now. Instead, could I perhaps ask for a little help from you and your kelp friends?
What would you like?
Can you go and drag the anchor down of the ship in front?
Oh, well, I suppose we could do something. Yes.
That would be really helpful.
So,
I think for that
is-
I would need to roll.
yeah,
to
I was
get
going to
them.
say, heart or magic, whichever is better for you.
So as a plant speaker, I think I can do both. I get to do like heart and magic together.
Oh,
Um,
great.
Magic was-
Wonderful. Super.
Um,
Yes.
let me just double check that in the rules because it is a combination, but I'm just making sure which one to make sure I get as many dice as I possibly can get. Plant speaker. Roll magic and swashbuckling to have plants come to your aid in combat. So I roll 4d4.
Oh, nice.
I get 1 4.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so describe what it looks like. What happens?
I like have this conversation with them, and I just watch as they like Apocalypse Now go under the water. And underneath, which we don't see, there are just like threads and threads and threads of this stringy kelp that dashes towards a really old, rusty chain that is hanging off the side of the ship. They'll grab onto it in their hundreds and start to drag it down towards the seabed, anchoring it into the floor.
Wonderful. And as you do this, the merchant ship suddenly comes to a shuddering stop, and there are cries and exclamations from the crew of that ship. They can't understand what has happened and why their ship is suddenly stopped, stationary, right in front of yours with your ship's cannons pointed at it.
Time to take some ass.
We should work on that phrase.
Did I get it wrong?
No. That is
That's
the
what-
phrase. I think we should workshop it.
That's what Gabby
No,
said. I thought
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
you're-
what he was supposed to say.
You said the right thing, Roz,
Okay.
but it's perhaps the wrong thing.
Okay.
Captain, do you want to take the lead?
Yeah.
Well, Lark is just standing watching this massive merchant ship stop in its tracks, with a little bit of a distant look in their eyes, but they snap out of it and approach the cannon themselves because clearly that wasn't communicated properly. And yeah, they're just gonna use it. There's no flexing coming from this one. They are going to person the cannon.
Okay,
and then
so
they are going to fire it.
what ability are you using for this? I assume it's a swashbuckling.
Yeah, I'll buckle some swash, I suppose.
Yes.
Just a regular D4 for me.
I feel like I'll buckle your swash just seems like a really
Hey, that's a 2.
Ooh, okay. So, okay, with a 2. All right. So for those who aren't, this system uses the Caltrop core system, which is a really fun D4 dice pool system, okay? But the way it works is a 1 is a failure with disastrous results, a 2 is a failure with mixed results, a 3 is a success with mixed results, and a 4 is a success with flying colors. So your highest roll was a 2, which is a failure with mixed results. So what is something that needs to be fixed or changed before moving forward? So what I'm going to say is that as you drop the flame onto the wick of the cannon, it shoots off, but the ball careens along, skimming the railing along the top of the merchant ship, splintering some of the wood, but missing, and it goes flying back, ripping away from its moor. It's not your only cannon, but that one will need to be refixed in order to use it again. But there is a cry from the crew of the other ship, as you did. They what they have perceived was a warning shot, is what they think that was, and you suddenly hear a voice crying out from the other ship. This is Captain Aloysius Wentworthy. I request a parley.
After a brief bout of quiet cursing, Lark will raise their voice and no parley on these seas. You'll either surrender or we kill you. And also, Lark is a tail weaver, so they are very convincing in the way they speak. So
So just give me 1 second. Tail Weaver. So you can give me if you want to add to this, you can what you're saying and give me a heart and magic roll.
perfect. So my heart increases by 1d4. And because I am a runaway, no, I'm not. I am a Royal Fleet deserter. No, heart and
So you
magic.
combine your heart and
3d4.
magic fours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Takes me an extra moment, but I'll get there. Oh my god. That's 3 ones.
Oh my god.
Neil, can I try
Mark's
to
having a bad day.
Can I try to mitigate this slightly by using my magic to kind of pull the fabric of the merchant ship's sails and like rip it?
Okay. So you get to add heart and magic when manipulating anything woven, sewn, or knitted.
So okay, so that's 4d4.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So I'm basically, if you imagine, I'm gonna kind of, my hands shoot forward, and then I'm gonna. It's like, nearly like I'm trying to claw from a distance. So I got 2 4s.
Okay, right. Yeah. So describe
I got 2 1s as well, but I got 2 4s.
Doesn't matter. You got 2 4s. Describe what everybody sees.
So they see Roz kind of shift her back foot and then shift her weight forward into a lunge and then reach her hands forward and then pull them back. And as her hands are out like this, and as she pulls them back, they come into fists, and then massive claw marks as if from some sort of giant wild animal appear, raking across the sails of the merchant's ship.
So when you say that, the other captain, he's like clearly not impressed at all by what you said, Lark. He's like, "Oh, there's more of us than there's of you. We can certainly take you, you scallywag!" And he screams out shrill as his sail suddenly rips all apart. And it's at that moment that you get a clock in your brain. Windworthy, the ship that you robbed just before you had gone to the Shimmery Shack, that was a merchant vessel called the Ivory Wave, and it was commanded by a Reginald Windworthy, who was just as pompous as this fool and had a very similar shriek.
Oh, shall we add another?
Going to
one? Oh, go for it, Gabby.
I was going to seeing Roz so deftly rip the sail apart. She's going to shout. You just see her kind of come out of the crow's nest, shoes hooked on the railing, and is going to say, "See, you should surrender to us because your ship has already been cursed, and that's why everything is going to start ripping apart." And then you hear her voice starts to turn into a whistle. You don't understand it, but she's saying, "All right, my sky pirate, time to make some mischief. I need you to dive at their hat, yank at their whole coat, and maybe poop on the captain's fancy jacket."
So,
Not the fancy jacket.
seeing this, Jerry nods at you. And if seagulls could smile, he would be giving you an evil, mischievous grin as he leaps into the air and does a swan dive down, grabbing the corner of the other captain's hat in his beak. And as he lifts up, drops a really big poo on the shoulder of the captain's coat. So yes, so the captain says, "What? Okay, what do you want? We can certainly give you some. We can offer you some supplies. We have rum. Would you like some rum?"
Lark will put an arm in front of Bert just to hold him off at the pass. Have you water?
Yes, we have water. We have spices. We have silks. We have rum.
Rum sounds nice too.
Have you
Oh,
cabbages?
Okay, we'll take rum as well.
We do have some. Well, yes, we have some cabbages. We have some turnips. We have some aubergine. And we have some carrots.
You have any limes?
No, I'm sorry.
We
you
need
get-
our vitamin C.
That's how you get. It's how you get scurvy. What are you doing?
We're the most health conscious pirates ever.
So,
All right.
the captain arranges for you arrange to bring your ships across, and you throw out the gangplank, and they start giving you some of the stuff that you wanted: water, some food, and they give you some spices as well, and a bit of their silks. Okay. Oh, and they give you like 4 barrels of rum.
This is working
Fantastic.
very well.
Do they
We're
have
making out
a
like bandits.
Do they have a ship cat or something like that?
Sorry.
Do they have a ship cat?
A what?
A
Cat.
cat on the ship?
Oh, a cat. Sorry.
I imagine they would actually, wouldn't they?
You have
for
to have a rat
playing?
catcher.
Yes, they do.
I'm going to try to convince the cat to join us instead.
Become a pirate.
Give me
No cat can resist.
give me a roll, Gabby.
Yeah.
So you can roll heart and magic on this because you're interacting with an animal.
Yeah. Right. I also rolled 2 4s and 2 1s, but there is a 2 4.
Okay, so the cat.
Yeah.
Describe to me what this cat looks like and what their name is.
This cat, her name is actually Princess Aubergine. She is a black and white cat with white paws. Well, 3 white paws, 1 black one, and then there is a little patch that looks like a tiny little crown on one side of her head.
Gabby, we already have 21. Do we really need another?
An odd number is not good.
Yeah, it's a bad omen to have an odd number of cats.
One
Lark's
of them is
very
over
fond
the
of
third
cats.
wheel.
Ruby
You-
Friday has been asking for a friend, and Princess Aubergine is perfect.
But you said it was a bad omen to have an even number last time. That's why we got. Okay, I'll stop. I'm sorry. I just...
Welcome aboard, Princess Aubergine.
Okay, so you eventually, with the new crew member on your ship, pretty well stocked with food and water and booze. Roz, using your textiles magics, you fill the sails with wind and you set off back again, following the directions on the map. Okay.
Just before we set off, privately, Lark will approach Roz a little bit sheepishly, having failed horribly at trying to parlay. Roz, I'm grateful. You covered my ass there. We were nearly in
Well-
deep shit. And I'm grateful.
Well, sometimes diplomacy is a good idea, but it didn't seem to be working. So I just, yeah, I kind of stepped in. I maybe should have given you an indication, but it seemed like a good idea. So,
Oh, it's great for my crew to take the initiative. I'm proud of you.
oh, okay. Well, if you want anything made with the silks, I can, let me know, because it does get cold at night. So if but
Bert, what's that you're writing?
Nothing. Carry on.
But no worries. I'm happy to help. And you see, Roz is going to turn to walk away. And she's going to be like, yes!
Okay, so with Roz happy with that interaction, having not realized that they were inadvertently telling the captain that they worried they were cold at night. This this is a perfect place to take a quick 5-minute break in our story. We promise we will be back in 5 minutes, folks, so don't go anywhere, okay? We will be back very soon to continue this chaos. pushing us across.
He's streaming on Twitch, is it?
Of course.
Okay.
And we are back. So, the party, having acquired a new crew member, and about a day's travel from this magical, mysterious portal that will allow you to enter the realm of the Mirrored Seas. Okay? Continuing on your way, how are the various party members occupying themselves when they are not directly engaged in like what you need to do in the running of the ship?
So how much silk did we get?
We'll say probably like a nice decent amount, like over 10 meters.
Like different types?
Yeah, like 3 meters of this, 2 meters of that, 1.5 meters of this, and another 3 meters. Like it was, yeah.
Okay. Roz is, because I assume it's like standard, really, really hot during the day and then absolutely freezing at night.
Yes.
So what she's going to do is she is going to, with her magic, she's going to make nice kind of silk scarves for everybody.
Mhm.
She's going to choose a nice kind of silvery gray for Bert. She's going to choose a really, really kind of pale, kind of peachy, pinky color for Gabby. And for Lark, she is going to use a very deep, rich forest green. Makes scarves for people, just, because
Mhm.
it's something to do, and she kind of wants to be useful because, for viewers, I'm the runaway royal archetype, so very kind of sheltered, rich girl, but totally wants to be tough but also prove her worth on the ship. So this is what she's doing.
Cool. How is Gabby occupying their time?
Gabby is actually going to find an opportunity to look for Roz. First, to thank her for the scarf, and then we're kind of. Usually, she's not sheepish at all, but this time she just says, "Well, you know, I know you're so great at manipulating fabric. Are you also good at when you can use stitches to create an image?"
I think I can. What do you want an image? What do you want? Let me see if I can do it.
Okay, so let me just remember what he looks like. Bert, I feel like Bert, would you say it would be possible that Bert has described to Gabby what Arthur looked like?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so Gabby is going to describe in detail what Arthur looks like and ask Roz to make a little crochet image of Arthur.
I think so. We got thread. We definitely got some thread. I definitely saw some embroidery thread. At which point she starts like rummaging around. You can see her like basically disappearing into bolts of fabric, and like she starts like throwing things around, and eventually starts finding some spools of embroidery thread. Crocheting wool. I think I might be able to make something.
Thanks.
I kind of know how to crochet, but my magic is going to definitely help. So I will. Do you want me to make a little kind of doll thing of him?
Well, whatever you think would be cuter. It could be just an image, or it could be a doll. Whatever you think is right. And also, just so you know, I just think you haven't really noticed before, but I've seen the way the captain look at you. I think you should go ask her for a dance.
Oh, me? Well, I no, because I think I we were at the tavern, and then they hurt their ankle and they ran away, and then
Yeah, it's
and then Bert,
because
but then Bert said that's what they do when they don't want to be in a situation, and I don't know if that's because they didn't want to be in a situation with me or they didn't want to be, but they went off to dance with the other
No.
pretty lady. So I
they
think I
wanted
was,
to get away with the other person because they wanted to dance with you. That's what was happening.
but Lark said they don't dance.
And when you were doing that thing that was super badass, by the way, when you were doing that thing with the sail at the merchant ship, I noticed the captain was looking at you with such an impressed expression. I've never seen her looking at anybody like that before.
Well, I'm gonna try and make something here, but it might take me a little while. I'm gonna check the sales again real quick, just make sure they're all fine, and then I'm gonna get to work on this.
You got this.
Yes.
So-
No, I can do it. I can do it.
What is Bert doing to occupy their time?
Bert has been drinking
Mhm.
and will go towards the captain's quarters and does knock the door.
Scandalo.
Enter.
Oh, it's so formal.
Oh, hi, Bert.
Hi. You did a good job earlier with the whoever that was.
Reginald is all I can remember, but that was the first name.
Oh, that prick. Ira.
Hmm.
It was all Roz, to be honest. I kind of made a holy show of myself. Just been distracted, and yeah.
Distracted?
Bert.
What's distracting you? Is it the ankle? It's the ankle, right?
We'll just say it's the ankle, will we?
Or what is it really, though? And I will pour you a drink from this big brown bottle and hand it over.
Not the mystery hooch.
Brown.
We've perfectly good rum. What are you doing?
Look, brown for the boys. Yeah, well, Lark kind of leans back in their chair, pinches the bridge of their nose. It's been 2 years, and I just keep remembering the cannon fire and the fire and the... I was the only one who could swim. It just comes back every so often.
Well, I think you might still be the only one who can swim on this ship. But
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be in that situation. We've all got your back. We all know what we're doing, even if it doesn't look like it.
I appreciate that, mate.
2 years.
To us.
Does to all of this group of misfits
Aye.
and all those cats.
All 22 of them.
With 22, there's going to be Morrison. And they're all coupled up. Speaking of which, you know the way that Roz looks at you, right?
It's complicated.
I can tell.
We knew each
What?
other before.
They're like a little lost puppy.
Aye.
Or kitten, perhaps, is more appropriate.
Aye. She was, part of the royal court before all this. And of course,
Really?
aye. And kind of almost one of my bosses. So when I left the fleet, I was
She was
conflicted.
the top, you were the bottom, and now it's switched.
Yeah. And then she came back on my ship, and it's weird. And at first I thought she was a spy come to take me back, to slap me in irons. But she doesn't seem that way inclined so far.
No. Probably more rope involved from her point of view.
Lark throws a disapproving little look at Bert.
I just have to be honest.
Well,
That's how I see it. I just write what I see, say what I see.
aye. Well, I don't know. Bit of a power imbalance at this stage going the other direction, so I don't know.
Just
She
be
seems
honest.
keen. She seems keen.
But what do you think? What do you want?
Just want to feel safe and not hunted and followed and watched anymore.
Just to be clear, you don't mean by Roz, who is like a shadow.
No, I don't mean that. I don't mind that.
Don't mind.
Hmm.
Okay. I'll pour another drink for you. I'm gonna go get some sleep now, Captain.
I have these new silk pajamas, so I might as
And
well give them a
fine
twirl.
they are. Sleep well.
Thank you.
So, how does Lark occupy their time outside of this conversation with Bert?
Mostly alone, sitting, staring out to sea. Just a sort of a blank expression on their face. They're taking a lot of time to process what happened to their last crew. So bringing a lot of guilt on board with them, trying to process that and work through it by themselves. They don't really want to dump all that on other people. I mean, Bert is kind, but when you're surrounded by drowning, screaming people, it's not something that's easily communicable to others.
Okay, super. So, you finish. You have another day of travel, uneventful, and then the next day, early enough in the morning, you see yourselves coming upon a site that you'd been looking for from the map. All right. These two large rocky islands. There was like about maybe 80, probably about 280 odd meters between them. Like it's a big gap between them, okay? Easily enough for a ship to pass through. And kind of just behind and between them, there's this round, shimmering light, if you will, hanging in the air. This is clearly the portal into the realm of the Mirrored Seas, exactly as it was described in the map that you got from the Siren Razal. Okay? As you set the course, going straight for this portal, coming up to it, closer and closer, just as you're kind of getting in between the two islands, the water in front of you starts to churn and shift. And in moments, these gigantic tentacles come up out of the water, rising higher than the mast of your ship. As moments later, you see these enormous eyes, huge, 5-6 meters across each, this long beaked head, as emerging from the seas, you all see the terrible and mighty Kraken appearing.
Gabby,
Bird,
yeah.
tell him to go away! Bird!
Roz,
Would it
I
be
don't do
possible-
this. I don't do this, Gabby. This is your realm.
Can I make friends with the Kraken?
You can certainly try. As you run up to the front, one of its tentacles comes smashing down. 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2. Captain Bellamy, it clips at you, striking you hard and sends you flinging across the deck. You take a point of damage. All right. As Gabby, you go running up to the stern of the ship, you can see the creature, its tentacles waving, and it looks like it's about to bring them up around to try to encircle your ship and pull you down into the depths. What are you doing?
I'm going to run over there right into in their face and try to use the universal language, flattery. Well, you are just the most gorgeous looking Kraken I have ever seen. You are just mightier than any of the other krakens I have seen this color. What is it called? Can we just be friends? Don't hurt our ship.
Give me a roll.
Um,
And you obviously can add your heart and your magic because you're trying to interact with a creature.
Four, 2, 4, and 1. 2 4s.
Okay, nice. So as you say that, you hear this voice entering into your mind, because this kraken doesn't speak vocally, but he's able to communicate with you telepathically. He's like, "You're just saying that he didn't think I was beautiful and mighty, and no one
Are you
thinks I'm beautiful." And
just because you never hear it doesn't mean they don't think it. You know, sometimes people are just too shy to tell you what they're thinking, and you are just such a marvelous creature. And you know, if we are friends, Ross over there, she is so excellent in weaving fabric, and I'm sure she can make you the most gorgeous bandana that you can wear around one of your tentacles that bring out the color of your eyes.
you're just so sweet. What's your name?
My name is Gabrielle. What's yours?
My name's Keith.
Keith, it's very lovely to meet you. This is the Captain Bellamy. She is the bravest captain you will ever meet. And this is Bertie. He has the voice of an angel and the best taste for vegetable as well.
Oh, that's so lovely. It's so lonely out here, especially since he left.
Who is he? Can we go track him down for you?
It wouldn't matter. He ran away. My boyfriend, Martin, he was a Cetus, but he left me. He betrayed me for a Scylla. A Scylla named Chad. I mean, honestly, who would be with somebody named Chad?
Chad is just the worst.
I
I
know.
totally hear you, Keith. You're
Apparently,
better off without Martin,
he
if I'm
said,
completely honest with you.
apparently, because the Scylla have so many heads, it means they have so many mouths. And he went into great detail about what Chad could do with all of those tongues.
All 7.
Well, I tell you what, Keith. Next time we see Martin, we will tell them that you ended up with Charybdis, and you're so much better than that.
Oh, you don't need to do that. That's too kind, but I'd rather
Oh,
not.
we don't need to, but we want to. We really like you, Keith.
You're just a sweetheart. Okay, I'm in a very remote part of the ocean, so very few ships come this way anyway, but it's like normally when people see me, they scream and they fire their cannons at me, and they really irritate my skin. I have very sensitive skin, you know. I have this kelp routine that I use, and it really does wonders for my pores. But I mean, you know, it's just you're just so lovely and nice. I'm so glad that we've met each other. It's so hard to meet people and make friends, especially at my age, you know. I mean, it's very easy to be sociable and hanging out with people when you're a young kraken of 150, but once you hit the big 300, all of a sudden people are too busy, you know?
I
They're
totally get you, Keith.
yeah,
Well, you
it's
know what? You know what is going to feel so great after a breakup?
mhm.
Kicking ass. We are going after a certain villain. Would you
Oh,
like to come and kick his ass with us?
oh, I'd love to, but wait, where are you going?
I'm pretty sure you're going to feel so much better afterwards. We're looking for what's his name again, Bertie?
Cupid. I'm looking for Cupid.
We're looking for Cupid, and Cupid has been unkind to you, hasn't he?
Um, is this the actual Cupid, or is this somebody who uses the name Cupid because I don't know?
Does it matter?
Well, I mean, yes, because if you was the actual god Cupid, that would be very different to some pretentious tool who uses the name Cupid.
I think it's the latter.
Okay. Where are they? Which seas are they in?
Jeez.
Looks at the map.
Jeez.
The
Yeah,
realm of the
yeah,
mirrored seas.
The mirrored seas, yeah. Mhm.
Oh, I can't come with you. I can't fit through the portal.
No, it's all right. It's just the thought that counts.
It's okay. I know I'm fat anyway.
You're not fast, Keith.
I'm making the nicest bandana ever.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, okay. I guess I'll let you go through the portal. But it would be really nice if it's not too much, if it's okay with you and it fits in with your busy schedule. I understand if you're busy and don't want to, but if you weren't busy, I would love it if we could maybe hang out again when you come back through the portal, if that's okay. But I totally understand that you're probably too busy anyway and have lots of things that you need to do and with your cool friends and stuff. And I totally understand. But it was really lovely meeting you, Gabby, and thank you for being so nice.
Keith, you are a very cool friend, and I'm sure we will hang out again.
You're not just saying that. Here, and one of his tentacles reaches out towards you, and in the middle of the tentacle, you see this piece of coral that's in the perfect shape of a circle. It's a friendship bracelet.
Aw. Thanks. I will treasure it always. I think Gabby is just going to pull off like a little poppet from her belt and is going to kind of tie around one of the tentacles.
Mhm. Okay, right. Swapping these tokens of friendship, Keith the Kraken drops down beneath the waves.
Why is the Scylla called Chad?
Because we all know if Scylla had a name, it would be Chad. Okay?
Yeah.
We've read the stories, we've read the epic poems. Scylla is definitely a Chad. So yeah, the pathway is open for you to get through the portal into the realm of the mirrored seas.
We'll look at Gabby's arms that have got like 50 friendship bracelets on them.
Yeah.
Just like the cats, don't you think you're getting a bit weighed down by all those? Like, it's great that you're so good making friends, but
Oh, I
Well-
think it's a wonderful thing to have lots of friends.
oh, yeah, it is. It's great to see just how many friends that you can make. I'm just worried for. I mean, I guess you're getting really strong now with all those. It's like,
Yes, my new training regime is just lifting all of the friendship bracelets.
yeah, that's the
Well-
willpower all along.
Lark finally manages to get themselves out of a pile of boxes that they fell into when they were hit by the Kraken, and nobody cares.
Did you find any limes back there?
So they're brushing themselves down. What's all this about friendship? Where's the Kraken? What happened?
Are you all right?
I'm fine. Just hurt my ankle for real this time.
Well, I don't have any ice, but I could bandage it. We've got lots of silk, so if your ankle is hurt,
Go on then.
okay.
So you bandage up Captain Bellamy's ankle as Gabby and Bird, you sail the ship through the portal into the realm of mirrored seas. Okay?
Who put us in charge of this? I don't know how you would.
So
Just keep
past,
your hands on it, Bert.
as you pass through the portal, there's this shimmering, okay? And you find yourself coming through onto a sea. It's completely still. But and looking around, it's so strange because looking up, okay, the sky is so bizarre, okay? You're used to the sea reflecting the skies, Okay, this is the normal thing, and as a sailor, you've lived your whole life with this. But in this realm, it seems that the sky is reflecting the sea, and it's even though there's no wind, your ship appears to be sailing. It's slowing, but not at the rate you would expect of a ship that suddenly found itself in a doldrum with no seas at all, with no wind at all. So what I need right now is somebody in the party to give me a magic roll. Who has the highest magic?
I think I have 2.
I have 2.
I've 3.
You have 3, don't
Roll
you?
then.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll do it
Roz
then.
Go for it.
So I'm rolling 3d4, yeah?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right. I rolled 2 4s and
Oh,
a 1.
nice. Okay, so fixing in your mind the image that you were given of this tower of coral, where where Vendetta is said to be, the sails of the ship seem to pick up with almost an invisible wind. Okay, you can see the sails are full, but you can't feel any wind as the ship continues along at a fast pace. All right. I need another magic roll, but this time from someone else.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to do this one, Gabby? If you've got 2 as well.
Sure. This could be interesting. 3.
Okay, interesting. All right, the winds are continuing, but you hear some commotion from below. And even though the winds are continuing, the seas appear to be getting choppy and rough, and the ship is beginning to sway. And going down into the hold, you can see 5 of your 22 cats appear to be suddenly suffering with terrible motion sickness and are throwing up everywhere.
Nothing worse than a bunch of cats vomiting. That's awful.
It's bad. It is bad.
I think I found my line.
Sorry.
See, I used to be a sympathetic vomiter, and then I had a baby, so
Baby, yeah.
and then it's just like, well,
Vomiting cats brings out the X card.
oh.
Okay, so you are continuing along, but I need one more magic roll from somebody other than Gabby and Roz.
You'll have to go,
What-
Sam.
Yeah,
I only
you
have
go.
1.
Listen. Okay, I will do 2. 1 3 1 4.
Nice.
That was a 4. Lovely.
No, sorry, no. It was a 3 and a 1.
Oh, a 3 and a 1. Okay.
Caltrops.
Okay, super.
The
Okay.
3's not bad.
Yeah, I love seeing 3s.
So, the ship is going along fairly steady, but then you looking over, you spot that you put your satchel down, and Jerry has gone over to it, and he's rummaging around trying to get plants inside the satchel.
Fucking Jerry.
Do I see this?
Yes, you do see this, Bert.
I'm.
that little fucking
Stab him.
bastard.
Do I hear anything from the bag? Is Collins in there?
You're hearing cries of help, help, no, don't eat me, don't eat me, no.
I take out my dagger and I'm going straight for the gull.
Okay, right. That would be a swashbuckling roll, I guess.
Yeah. Swashbuckling roll. 2 1s.
Oh
Oh no.
no! Lose to
no!
a seagull. Oh.
Okay, so that's bad. Okay, that is bad when 2 1s.
So bad.
So do you want to describe what happens, or will I?
I mean, I have a thing in mind that I think would happen.
Absolutely. Let me hear it.
I I hear that Colin is shouting for help from the bag, and I like take my knife and start to run towards Jerry, who's standing beside the bag, and take a swipe. But this gull is used to like people running at it and launches itself out the way, but my knife keeps going into my bag and skewers
No.
Colin.
And
Oh my
as it
God.
does, you hear this. "Ah! I'm so glad I'm a plant and don't have vital organs, but this is going to take time to repair."
Oh my God, Colin! Colin! Take him out and leaves will fall. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Roz is running over with strips of fabric and starts trying to bandage.
I don't know that it'll bandage.
But
How do
also,
you-
but also looking at Bert with like, is this what you do with plants? I mean, I don't know.
I think we just need to put him in like water, fresh water.
Well, we have water. Okay, yes, water. Right. Okay.
It's okay, Colin. I would throw him into a trough.
Okay.
Don't drown.
All right. So, with that third roll, you continue along. All right. Traveling in the direction that you roughly think you know. Okay. Until you find yourself, after several hours of travel, you see yourself coming upon this small island. It's only maybe 30, 40 meters across. It's tiny. A translucent tower rises from it, seeming to be made of pure coral, shimmering in the strange starlight of this realm of the mirrored seas. Standing on a balcony, several stories up, looking out, you see this figure wearing purples and silvers, with silver ashy hair and crackling energy flickering off them. And in one of their hands, they appear to be holding a hand mirror. Looks to be made of solid silver that is glowing with the light of the moon. They are gazing at themselves. They are fixing their hair. They are posing. They are turning. They are looking. They are all about themselves.
I've never seen anyone so full of themselves. He looks like a right shite, doesn't he?
He looks like a stupid bleeding bollocks you hear from your crow friend.
Captain, should we fire the cannons?
No. Hold. We're going to approach. I'm gonna try talking to this prick.
Bringing.
Captain, if you give the signal, we're right behind you.
Be ready. So, Mark will approach the front of the ship, and they'll raise their voice, and almost a supernatural sort of amplification to their voice. They'll call out, "Avast! Can I draw you away from your distraction for a second, please?"
Oh my, who are you?
We're the crew of Matilda's Revenge, and we're here to reclaim that reflection.
Really? Because I think my reflection's a lot prettier than yours. And as he says, it's just kind of like a spark of electrical energy coming off of his fingers.
Come down here and face us, or we'll have no choice but to open fire on you.
Please, darlings, don't waste your time. I'm just so much better than you in every way.
Is that a no?
At this point, Roz is just like, you can actually hear the sound of her grinding her teeth because he sounds exactly like those poncy fucking dickheads that she had to deal with as part of the royal court, and she is not in the mood for his bullshit.
Would you like to do anything, Ross?
No, because Roz is she's going to see what the rest of the group is doing. She definitely doesn't want to initiate any sort of confrontation, but the rest of the group can hear her like just kind of.
Here, chew
Yeah.
like don't grind your teeth. That's not good for you. Bite into the lime instead.
I love how you're just all about making sure that we get enough vitamin C. It's so funny.
It tastes good with rum as well. So
Exactly,
does.
makes sense. I don't know. I don't know what I would be doing right now. So, Gabby, I don't know if you would be doing.
Abby is getting ready in preparation, so she's going to actually call upon all of her rat friends to get ready for an ambush if the captain give the signal to attack.
Okay, right. I do have a question for you, though, because honestly, how many rats are there on a boat that has 22 cats on it?
We've trained the cats and the mouse the rats to be friends with each other and cohabitate in the ship in a community that they built with each other. And I think Gabby is also just going to look around the surrounding of the island and see if there are local rats that she can call out as well. Because the plan is to maybe send those rats to scurry into the warlock's clothing that he clearly has spent so much time preparing.
Okay, give me a magic and heart roll.
There is a 4. So
Okay, wonderful. So you don't see any rats on the island, but with your magically attuned senses, you detect countless crabs in the little pools of water in the rocks around the island.
even better.
And you instinctively, you immediately make a connection with these crabs.
Literally give him crabs.
So
Sorry.
the as this is happening, Pain Vendetta Cube says, "Okay, I'm bored now. Please be gone." And with a flick of their fingers, a bolt of lightning jumps out and strikes at you, Captain Bellamy. However, they seem to have been perhaps a little bit too eager, and a spark bounces back and hits them, and they go, "Ah! Oh no!" But you do still get struck and take a point of damage.
Neil, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is he in range of my magic?
There is
at
no
all?
range. Do you honestly think that Anya bothered designing a D&D style spell list with range and shit? This is about gay magic.
I don't want to attack, but I am gonna pants him.
Okay, I love it. You're using.
I'm not gonna attack
Yes.
just yet,
Yeah.
but I am gonna pants him.
Okay, right.
Magic and heart.
Yes, magic and heart.
Okay.
Loving the chat, and you're going lol range.
Yeah.
I got a 4.
Oh, okay, right.
Like I also got a 3, a 2.
Yeah, no,
and
you got a
2,
4.
but
Okay,
I got a 4.
So
I was rolling 4d4, right?
What they were wearing was this long, what effectively looks like a kaftan made of purple and silver silk, underneath which are a pair of those, I can't remember the proper name for them. You know those really, really baggy trousers? I think they're originally from like Nepal or something. The ones that
pants.
Yeah.
So he was wearing a pair. They were wearing a pair of them as well. So you tapping into your magical connection to woven fabrics, you pull their trousers down, and they give out a shriek. Nothing is uncovered because of the kaftan overcoat, but they do fumble for a moment as they're reaching down for their trousers, trying to pull them back up, looking very flustered by this.
I'm going to now.
Are you?
Gabby?
I'm going to now just call out to my clickety clackety friends there and say, "You there, get into his boots. You, just give him a little pinch there, a little nip there, and go for the knee. And you, I think you're my favorite. Get that mirror for us, would you?"
So the crab suddenly comes swarming up out of the water and going straight through. There's an open doorway. Don't even have a bottom of a front door into the tower. Okay, disappearing. I mean, it looks like anywhere from 30 to 50 crabs have gone scuttling into the tower. Like it's a swarm of crabs. All right.
All I'm hearing right now is whoop 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 whoop. whoop.
So as Pain Vendetta Cupid fixing the shrouds, it says, normally people have to ask nicely to see that. You are not being nice at all. And they are going to smack their hands together to try to send a stream of magic at the boat. Trying to hit you all with a wave of magic. I got 2 4s. So this wave of magic comes out across the boat, striking everybody. You all take a point of damage. Bert, would you like to do anything right now?
I think I would be looking around at the kind of base of the coral tower, looking for any plant life alongside the crabs.
Give me a magic and heart roll.
Magic and heart. That is going to be, because there's a misconception that coral's a plant, and it's not. It is an animal.
Oh, I thought it was a plant.
No, it's an animal.
Nope, it's an animal. Magic and heart, so that's 3d4.
Yes.
I got 4.
Oh, okay, right. So yeah, what plant? There's loads of plants. You tell me what plants you see and what they're doing.
I would like it to be a range of really kind of waterlogged mosses that are just like sitting on the edge of some rock pools. And I would like to just like shout over to one going, "Hello? Hello?"
All right.
I'm doing okay.
Good. I'm doing okay as well.
Okay. Can you now? I don't know. Like, are you the house for the crabs? Do you live alongside the crabs?
No, they're just our mates.
Okay. Well, they seem to have got themselves into a bit of bother with the pantsless up there. Is there any chance you could help? Maybe just like converge on him.
Oh, you mean the prick inside?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Aye, absolutely we can. He keeps plucking us up for some. He calls it his skin routine or their skin routine. I don't know. I don't want to misgender someone. But yeah, aye, we can definitely do something.
What is it with everyone using like kelp and moss for their skin?
I know.
Like, do they not know that you? And then I think about telling them all that they're an endangered species, and then go, never mind. Just if you're able to help, that would be really helpful.
So what you see now happening is the moss starts to creep as growing at an accelerated rate up the side of this coral tower, higher and higher and higher until it's reaching the balcony. And as it is, at the same time, the crabs have suddenly swarmed in and they begin climbing up the trouser legs of Pain Vendetta Cupid, and like pulling and snipping and biting as they cry, "No, no, not crabs again! No!" As the moss now comes over the balcony, coming down and reaches for their feet, climbing up over their body too. It's like, "No, no, this isn't the skin routine that I wanted. No, please, no, my hair." And they fall between the weight of between the crabs at their ankles and the weight of the moss, and they fall back into a bed of crabs. The looking glass that they had in their hand going flying out of their hand up into the air over the balcony, spinning as they cry, "No!" And this spinning through the air, falling.
As it's falling, I'm going to
Jerry!
Jerry. Yeah, Jerry.
Jerry, redeem yourself.
Jerry leaping up into the sky, swooping like a kestrel, not like a seagull, like some raptor, hunter of the skies, swoops, grabbing the looking glass in his beak as he turns, landing triumphantly at your feet, Gabby, and says, "I did it. I did it. Did you see that? I did it."
Yeah, Jerry, you did great. You did grand. You still have to apologize to Bertie, though.
Okay, I suppose I did go a bit farther.
Yeah.
You did good though.
Okay. Oh, right. And now, so picking up the looking glass, looking at it, you look at your own face in it, but you don't look like you normally do. It's like a prettier version of you with perfectly flawless skin and a slight glow to your skin as well, as you're looking at this enchanted mirror with a beautify filter on it.
TikTok
Wow.
filter. Yeah.
I'm looking at my mother.
But yeah, you're like, it feels weird because you're like, this isn't me, you know? There's something going on. It's like altering my face. And on the one hand, it's like, yeah, I guess I look like a prettier version of myself if we go by societal expectations of beauty, but you don't like it.
Yeah, this seems wrong, Bertie. Wouldn't you agree?
I'll look at it and just like blue screen for a moment. No, sorry. No.
This is not what a mirror is supposed to do. This is not what a reflection is supposed to be.
No.
I want to see what I actually look like when I look at a mirror.
What do we think? What should we do with this?
Well, isn't this the Luna's reflection probably?
Yeah, but
So-
at the inside, are they trapped? Do we need to break it?
I don't know. I think we should bring it back to Celine. Maybe she knows what to do with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Captain?
Of course, yeah, Captain. But what do you think we should do? 'Cause,
Just before, just an above the table question. How do we? I don't know if I saw how we build our HP pool.
Oh, you needn't worry about it. You're not going to get hit again.
Okay, great. Because I got hit 3 times. All right.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody cares.
Yeah. Yeah. And you had 4 health points. So yeah, I don't worry. I was keeping track of it. Okay, I cared. Okay.
I give you a lime.
I restore all my HP points.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Super.
But yeah, so Lark will take a glance.
the power of vitamin C.
Lark will take a quick glance into the mirror themselves and grimace and just kind of throw it away from them. And yeah, we should just bring it back. I don't think breaking it is it's not the safe option.
I mean,
they look
if
out
it's
to
magic,
sea.
we don't know what's gonna happen.
Exactly, Roz.
I
Exactly.
think even if we break it, that warlock, I think maybe this is what he wanted. It's not going to change the way he's thinking about things.
Speaking
So-
of, and Lark is looking out to see if he fell into the ocean or they fell into
Oh,
the
they
ocean.
fell back they were on the balcony top. They fell backwards.
Oh,
and
they're back in their tower then, are they?
essentially, yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, moss and crabs. That's
Yeah. So,
Okay.
turning the ship around and sailing the Matilda's Revenge back towards the portal through whence you came, you pass over the section of the sea where Keith lives. Okay. He pops up to say hello to you all, tells you he's so happy that you made it back safely. He's heard terrible stories about the realm of the Mirrored Seas. Okay. Tells Gabby that he's really looking forward to meeting up for a chat again soon. And that after your chat, he's feeling a lot better about his ex. And has realized that he needs to work on himself and not worry about what he should have done to work on a relationship, which ultimately was not giving him what he needed and deserved.
While this is happening, actually, Roz is going to go up to Gabby, just like very kind of secretive. I don't know. You told me what he looked like, so I was gonna try and crochet something, and then I thought that Bert would think it was really weird that I was giving him a doll. So just in case he thought, like, I don't know, I did seem like a really bad idea. So what I instead decided I was gonna do is I embroidered something because I found some embroidery thread. I don't know. She's like looking around, really like, is he here? Is anybody here? Are people gonna see?
I'm like giving the cats catnip. I'm fine.
Is this is what you told me he looked like? I don't know if it's right though.
Oh, this is perfect. Roz, you're so talented. No wonder the
Well,
captain likes you.
oh,
Thanks.
okay. I don't know if you want to give it to him or I mean,
We could
I
do
think
it together.
okay. Yeah, I think it'd be weird coming from just me, but yes. Okay. Yeah. Roz is a little bit kind of nervous now. She doesn't know how it's going to be received because she hasn't seen this guy, so she doesn't know if she's even gotten the face right or anything.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous too. I don't even know if this is what he wanted. What if it reminds him of him and then he gets sad? I don't want to see Bertie sad either, but he just
We'll give
misses
him
him so
rum.
much.
And
Roz,
we'll give him rum.
give
Yeah.
me a heart and magic roll.
Oh God. I got a 4.
Okay, so you nailed it.
I'm actually like, I've been rolling once, but I am getting a 4 as well each time.
So you nailed it. Okay, so as you're sailing back towards the market island where Celine is waiting for you, you share what you were working on.
So I was talking to Gabby, so this is all her idea, but she gave me a description, and so because we got all of that fabric and silk and embroidery thread and stuff, and I was working while we were, because it obviously took us a while to get from there to here and back, from here to there and back. So I made this, but I don't know. I hope you like it, Bert.
Just thought that you've lost him, and maybe this could be. Obviously, it's not going to replace him, but at least you can see him sometimes.
How did you make it look so like him?
Well, Gabby gave me a really good description, so I went with what she told me. Do you like it?
I love this.
Oh, I'm really glad. Roz is gonna give him a hug. Gives him a hug.
Heart eyes.
Can you do me one favor?
Yes.
Can I get you to add something to it?
Oh yeah, sure.
And like he's going to read out what he would like you to add, which is the final verse of the song that he didn't give away.
Okay.
The sea, she mocks me every dawn, each wave a face I look upon. I sail the clear and endless blue and whisper low, I'm lost without you.
Okay. Yeah. So Roz is like very faithfully noting all of that, like weaving it in.
Thank you.
And
No, Princess Aubergine, I'm not crying. It's just the wind in my eyes.
oh, and the salt as
And all the
well.
onions. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of onions from those merchants.
Dark is actually just cutting onions in the background.
So, after a few days of travel, you find your way back to the dock market, and going back into the Shimmery Shack, you find Celine looking up at you expectant, says, "Oh, you're back. Did you find it?"
In fact, we did.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
This
Lark
thing
produces
is-
the mirror.
oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. And she takes it off. She says, "Yes, this is it. This is the mirror. It does that weird enchantment-y thingy where it alters your appearance so that you look more like a societally conventional form of attractiveness. It's, oh well.
We don't like it. It's-
To each their own. Luna loves it, so I mean, I don't know. It's the important thing is it's back. I can give it to her. She will not be upset, and she can focus on her duty of controlling the tides so that everybody is safe."
Being safe at sea is our priority.
Thank you all so very much for what you have done, and I will remember this. And you all sit down for a well-earned drink.
Before we sit down, Lark's gonna go and ask Roz for a wee dance.
I was gonna. Okay, yeah.
Got there first.
When you do that, you can see, you can hear muttering in the background. "No, you can do it. You can do it. The worst is gonna happen is she says no, and then yeah, you feel bad, but at least then you tried. Come on, you can hear this like from back."
Lark hears every word, by the way. Waiting patiently for Roz's monologuing to stop before putting out their hand and cocking their head towards the dance floor.
Okay, so
Roz takes your hand.
take her hand, going to dance the night away, celebrating a job well done. So, well done, everybody. You all did wonderful on this crazy, chaotic, super gay adventure. It was a delight. Thank you all so much. And for those who joined us, thank you for joining us. If you haven't already supported this wonderful project, you can do so. The link is in the chat. There's a couple of days left on the Backer Kit campaign. Okay, Anya is an absolutely wonderful human being. They are an incredibly talented creator. Everything they make is amazing. I have been involved in numerous games of theirs at this stage, and it's always a pleasure and it's a delight to bring their games to your table. This is just another example of their incredible skill as a writer, and I thoroughly encourage you all to support them. I suppose a plug for ourselves as well. Oh yes, and with the incredible art by the extremely talented Faderals and the wonderful character sheets by Alderdoodle as well. Okay. If you're not doing anything this Sunday, we will be back for part one of what ended up being a two-part one-shot with the delightful Aoife and that group as well. This time it is still extremely chaotic, but slightly less gay adventure set in my own world of Fey Earth. It's a lot of fun. It was an amazing group of players. It was so chaotic. It was so wonderful. You will love it. The captions in part one are just as awful as the captions were tonight, but I promise the captions in part two will be perfect. I've started individually editing and correcting captions. It takes 3 times as long as the view time, but it's worth it. But anyway, without further ado, thank you all so much. Before we go, I'm going to ask my wonderful cast of players to talk about themselves and where they can be found, starting with yourself, Ran.
Hi, I have been Ran. I use she, her pronouns. You can find me on Blue Sky at Burdick Inspiration or everywhere else as Rhino Riddler. It's being real. It's been really fun with all of you.
Thank you. Aoife?
Hi, Udi. I continue to be Aoife. You can find me on Blue Screen at aoife.me. And you can also find me this Sunday playing Fey Earth. And I'm very different. You'll
Yes.
see.
There's still a nautical team to your character, though.
There is, yes. I
Yes.
have a brand.
Yes, absolutely. Sam?
Thank you so much for having me to play this game, folks. My name is Sam. You can find me at Sam Size across the internet and every place that matters. Or you can find me as part of Science and Sorcery, which is a TTRPG actual play that takes science subjects and smashes them together with TTRPGs. Or you can find me on Who Hurt You Actual Plays, which is my own channel all about telling sad, melancholy, and rage-filled stories. Yesterday we had the first of a two-parter of a 10 Candles game, where everything's lovely and sweet and nothing ever goes bad until it does. Thank you so much for having me.
And finally, Susie.
I'm Susie. She, her pronouns. I'm really bad at social media. I'm tiny but fierce on Discord. So if you're ever in the Fey Earth server, I'm lurking around, occasionally spamming with pictures of our dog.
And occasionally appearing on my streams as various different wonderful characters as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that
Just
note,
digging in
I am going to say thank you again to everybody for joining us. Make sure you support Anya's incredible Backer Kit project. We love you all. We will see some of you back here on Sunday. But until then, take care. So good night, everybody. Bye.
Slow and live, slow and well, yeah.